I acknowledge the Boonwurrung and Bunurong people, their elders past and present. I wish to acknowledge everyone here today. Thank you so much for attending, and I know that a number of people have come from quite a distance, and that's fantastic. I also want to acknowledge the people in the past and in the present, and also into the future, who have fought so strongly for the environment, both in Frankston, surrounding municipalities and throughout Greater Melbourne, and more widespread again. Without your voice, your time and your efforts, we would be lost. I also wish to acknowledge my colleague, Councillor Steve Toms, here today, if you would welcome him too. Today is a powerful affirmation of our values and determinations to guard and cherish our land. Today is an opportunity to send a clear message to Parliament and authorities that our natural environment is not negotiable and must be protected. This is a proclamation on behalf of our community to stand strong against planning totalitarianism and to challenge any government or authority that claims to have listened to the community and then turns around summarily to brutalise the land and places we all love. Hear, hear. That's great. Yeah. In the beginning, the Aboriginal people gathered on this land where we stand today. They hunted and fished for survival. They cared for the land and lived with it in harmony. Kananook Creek was once a vital waterway connected to the vast Karam swamps, part of a huge and extensive ecosystem which is now largely vanished. The creek and its associated vegetation has long been treasured as it represents an irreplaceable reserve that can never be replicated again. Throughout the years, many people, particularly from the mid-20th century to this present time, have engaged in heroic labours and struggles to save both Seaford Foreshore and Kananook Creek from degradation and exploitation. They have held high the torch of environmental justice. Only recently, Frankston Council, creditably, opposed any further development of the Green Wedge. And Council's decision is vindicated. By contrast, the willful destruction of coastal vegetation here is absolutely shameful and totally contrary to widely accepted environmental principles and public expectations.
You can't trust Victorian planners.
How has this happened? There are numerous ways to arrive with a misreading of public opinion through surveys and other means, such as methodology. Anyone can get a staged answer according to the style of question that is asked, which in turn can produce the exact result that was wanted and engineered in the first place. Another way to silence anyone who speaks out is to subject them to public embarrassment or political ridicule. Many people complained throughout the entire consultation process that information was difficult to pin down and were not satisfied with answers that lacked substance. Our own council had difficulty in securing detail when we requested information and were taken by surprise with outcomes. Given the tree losses that have occurred, it is only reasonable many are now asking, how did this happen? Local MPs should answer to the community for what has been done.
Absolutely.
Sonia Kilkenny, for instance.
Where is she?
A far more detailed and educated
Yes, where is she?
approach ought to have been taken, and what is going to be done to ensure that this does not happen again.
Absolutely.
In Seaford, with this project, there must be a rethink and proper consultation before any further works are carried out.
Yep.
With a huge population increase planned for Melbourne,
Boo! Down with population increase.
we are seeing the
Unconsulted.
loss of values we have all cherished, such as local identity and character, being bulldozed to make way for towering monoliths and multi-level apartments.
Here, here.
Our history is being lost, and the places we identified with are vanishing. Residential overcrowding, loss of green space and canopy trees, with housing prices escalating far beyond the means of many who will never be able to purchase and continue as they age in rental till they are forced out through inability to pay.
Yeah.
That has changed the social landscape.
Totally.
Our native reserves, our green wedges and any other open spaces are consequently more important and more critically needed than ever before.
Here, here.
These remnants are from a tree that was about 80 years old and therefore began its life as a young seedling at the end of the Great Depression and the outbreak of World War II in 1939. It saw the Reconstruction years of the 1950s and continued to spread its branches, providing shelter and food to native birds and animals. It saw the turn of a millennium and continued to cast welcome shade and hold its place with pride in our landscape until this February, when it was unforgivably dragged to the ground and destroyed. These chips are the body and the spirit of the tree, and I now return them to the earth. In adversity and hardship, we grow stronger. And in the face of environmental brutality, our voice becomes louder. We will never surrender to stupidity. We urgently seek greater recognition and protection for all native vegetation. We demand that government and all relevant authorities rewrite consultation formulas to guarantee real consultation processes instead of public pantomimes.
Yes. Here, here.
We call upon the state government and associated authorities to account for what has happened here in Seaford.
Yes.
And Carrum, for that matter. I'm going to just add one more comment about Carrum. The vaunted proposal was to provide a place with lovely parks and new facilities. When you go through Carrum today and see what has happened, and that almighty grey monolith of concrete and steel It has cut the guts right out of Carrum. It has destroyed Carrum as a kind and generous and low-key coastal destination forever. And that is unforgivable.
They are planting.
Pardon?
They are planting, so that's wrong.
Oh, they are
planted up here
planting.
in Seaford and
Yeah,
it's good.
yeah, look, and that's acknowledged. I acknowledge that.
That's different to what we're
But how do you
Trees that have
replace
been
trees that are 80 years old?
You
Because
can't.
you've got to wait another 80 years till they grow again.
I understand that.
And we call for a complete reassessment of state planning policy in order that strong, clear and visionary principles be written and enacted that are based on human values that protect the history, environment and livability of the greater metropolitan area.
Glenn, I really think someone should be, hang on a sec, I really think someone should be held accountable for this. If this was a private citizen, they'd be in jail.
Yes.
Right? It really needs to be accountability.
Before